Alright, hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn what are the difference of scale to frame size versus set to frame size, alright, when importing images in Premiere Pro. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So we are inside of Adobe Premiere Pro right now, and I'm currently using all panels workspace. So if you want to do that, just click on window at the top, click on workspace, and click on all panels. I already downloaded a photo here, alright, so we have here a photo, alright, with a woman, camera, girl photography. That's the name of our photo, alright. Now let's try to make it a little bit larger, alright. Cool. Now, so I want to see the details of these information of this photo. Right. So to do that, just hover your mouse, and then you will see what is the size of this image. The size is 3840 by 5760 aspect ratio. All right, or this the resolution of this, or the aspect ratio, or the size of this photo. All right, so if you want to view that here, all you have to do is to right click on this, click on metadata display, and then search for video info, or search for info. There's a video info here that there's a check. Make sure that there's a check on this box, and then once you want to find that, just make it a little bit larger here. All right, you can just move this. All right, move this to look for video info. Alright, there's a video info here. We can just drag and drop it to the first part here. Okay, I'm happy with that. So frame rate and then video info, you can see the details in next to your clip or picture. Alright, so that's very helpful for me. I'm gonna put it back here. So what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and create a new sequence here. Click on File, click on New, and click on New Sequence. Alright, so we have the 1080p here, sequence name. Alright, happy with that. Click OK. Alright, now we have here our sequence. Alright, so let's try to make it a little bit larger here. Alright. Okay, now so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this photo in our timeline, alright, but doing like that, and then just hitting the plus sign to make it larger. As you can see, it's kind of big, and it's not yet it's not properly aligned to our footage here, because these sequence settings has a 1080p settings. Alright, as you can see, if I created when I created the sequence settings. Now our photo here was size of 3800 by 5700. That's why it's not fit in. Alright, so to do that, what we can do is we can right click. Alright, so to check the settings, we can right click and click on scale to frame size. Alright, scale to frame size, as you can see, it goes down here. Alright, with this, but there's a thing. Alright, if you look for the scale, alright, it shows 100%, alright, but basically this is not really 100%. Why? Because the size of the video or the photo is 3800, and the sequence settings here is around 1080p only, alright. But as you can see, Adobe Premiere Pro scale it to the frame size, alright, in order for you to view the whole picture. Alright, so this is not the actual size of the photo. Alright, Adobe Premiere Pro just scale it to make sure to fit it that 3800 by 5700 and fit it to this 1080p sequence settings. Alright, so that is not good for me. Alright, so if you are looking for some quality, if you're concerned with pixelation and you don't want to lose any pixel, alright, what I can suggest is to right click on the photo, alright, and look for set to frame size. Alright, so we're not gonna scale it, we're gonna set to frame size. So once I click this, alright, as you notice, if you go to these effects control, as you notice on the scale, is now shows 18%. Alright, so this is the actual photo now without the pixelation. Alright, so if you can now change this to if you scroll down to make it larger, alright, this is the actual photo that was fitting into this 1080p sequence. Alright, so basically the bottom line here is, if you don't want to lose quality, alright, for your photo, just right click and make sure you click on set to frame size. Alright, so Adobe Premiere Pro will not gonna scale and try to fit in those photo to your sequence settings. Alright, so make sure set to frame size is selected, and you can just simply manage this by dragging left to right for your photo. Alright, So you can just adjust it here by moving, just drag it, moving it here by just dragging it somewhere else here. All right. So basically that's the difference of scale to frame size versus to set to frame size. All right. And there you go. That's the difference of scale to frame size versus set to frame size. All right. As you can see, it's on the quality. All right. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.